Oh yeah. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to a little bit late, but hey, better late than never. Welcome to the live stream. This is Johnny Monoxide. This is NRG. I'm here with my buddy George Anthony, the Great Ape Niggy. What's up, dude?
Not much, Johnny. Just really excited to do this show. I've been wanting to do one of these for a while now.
Hell yeah, man. This is good. We got you on here. We got a caller in the queue. We're doing a live show with some. We're gonna do some call-ins. We better be doing a Finders episode soon. Chill out, dude. You missed it last night. We talked about that. Oh God, Trad Life. Hello, sir. What's Nikki in the OBS there? I don't see.
Yeah,
Is this
the logo's not showing?
Yeah, it's not showing up. Put that thing back up in there under sources. You got to add that. Yeah, little boomer posting. We had it up there that it disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know why it disappeared.
Oh, it disappeared because the stream started and you don't have it up on your end. I just had it up as a preview. You got to put it in on your end. But anyways,
it's showing on my end. I don't know why it's not on the YouTube.
It's showing on the OBS.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, weird. Oh man, that's horrible. Let me see if I can fix that. Let me add. I really like that music, man. I really do like that. So, all right, so that's the one. So yeah, that's the thumbnail. It should be showing it. I don't know why it's not showing it. Damn. Well, we're just gonna go with the black screen, I guess. But anyways, what's happening, everybody? We're back. We're doing this. We're doing a live stream. Me and Iggy here, dispensing the white pills. Speaking of white pills, we just had a baby over here.
Yes.
Little addition to the Monoxide clan. Yes, little baby girl, and finally she's here after 9.
How have you been sleeping?
If that's what you want to call it, but. Yeah, we don't do much.
Should have waited a few more days, and it would have been a Halloween baby.
She tried. She really. She tried. She was about a week and a half past her due date, so yeah, it was. She's beautiful. She's a good girl. She is doing. She's just. Man, I'm happy. I'm happy she's here. So. Anyways, yeah, I'm really upset about this. There's no picture thing.
I don't know what it's doing. I've messed with the settings on here. It's really annoying me.
Yeah, it's all right, but it's in the OBS under sources, so you have your audio and then you have that picture, right?
Yeah.
That's gay.
But at least we got the sound working. That was
a
little touch.
That's the important part.
For a second.
The important part is we got the sound working, and now we know how to do it. So for next time, it'll be ready to go. Because the reason why we do it this way is Niggy has to stream while I do all the call-in end of it, because my internet here out in the middle of nowhere is not that great. So it's so we do what we have to do. We we improvise, overcome, and we get it done. So,
and I can confirm Johnny does live out in the middle of nowhere. So,
they're on a clear night, you can hear the highway because the highway does cut through the middle of nowhere, yes. But it's far away. We're in between exits, far and away from everybody. It takes you a minute to get to us, but yeah, we are out. So. Anyways, how are you doing there, sir? Considering that you can confirm that I live out in the sticks, that means you've been here. Yes. And George, yes, and some of the pool party came out a few weeks back and gave me a hand doing some work around the house. We moved into the house, and everything's going great now. We're all moved in, baby's here. Mm-hmm. It's great, man. Yeah, you and the guys, yeah.
Had a little work that needed to be done before the baby got there, because I can just doing all that by yourself. You'd still be working on it, and you don't need all that with a new baby. But no, a couple of us came there, helped out a little bit. It was a good time getting to shit post while we do a little work.
Yeah, man, it was great. I had a really good time. Couple of the guys are give some shout outs or what do you want?
Well, the one guy that came, his name was Douche, and another guy, Pine, came. It was only a couple of guys that were able to make it because you live so far out and it was such short notice. But we were able to come out and help quite a bit. And actually, funny story. While I was there, I got a call from my bank saying that they canceled my card because of fraud
Yes.
alert. And I was like, I am several hours from home.
Yes.
So I was able to get a little cash from you to make it home. But if I had been already on my way home, I would have been screwed.
Yeah, the bank was doing their best to keep your money safe, but at the same time, they kind of screwed you over a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, banks, not even once. But yeah, it's a good thing that all worked out, man. Everything's great. It's, Halloween was last night. We had a Halloween Paranormies live stream. It
Yep.
was good. We had some special guests. Horace the Avenger stopped by. The Hoviders came by. We had Potato Smasher from Full House. Roscoe Jones, the White Power Ranger, dropped by, gave me a hand with the stream. You may know him from Exodus Americanus. Let me see. Who else came by? Seeker of Truth dropped by for a few minutes. He is of the now defunct The Job Site, which I wish that show would come back. That was a great show.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the blue collar posting. As a blue collar guy myself, I find it a lot of the big brain posting. And, I read a lot of books. I'm fairly, well read. I consider myself semi intelligent. I don't know. I'm pretty quick, but I am blue collar, and talking about normal work type stuff with work type guys. We don't really get a lot of that.
Yeah.
So that was a great show. And him and good old Spencer. That show's not around anymore though, but it's all good. But yeah, they came by. We had a good time last night. We talked. Bradshaw was with us. We talked some ghosts and goblins and ghouls and Jews and all the things. We brought up. What do you call it? We brought up the Finders last night. We talked about the Finders. We brought up 11.3. So you guys want to check it out? It'll be uploaded. I'm sorry, you guys can't check it out right now, but I will be uploading it as soon as this stream is done. I'll be uploading last night's stream to paranormies.com, TRS, and obviously Zencast. So it'll be up as a podcast. Same with this. This one will be up. It's live tonight. It'll be up tomorrow as a podcast. So, Niggy, there are people in the chat would like you to turn up just a touch if you can.
Yeah, I need to move my mic a little closer. That's no problem. Is that a little better?
Sounds good to me. You sounded good to me the whole time, but we can. Hopefully, the guys in the chat will let us know. We have 2 callers on the line already.
Awesome.
Yeah. Second one, we have TRS Russia. I believe we know him quite. Yeah,
definitely.
Good buddy. Let's it's Mr. TRS Russia on the line here. Let's see. Do the bit there.
Hello, Boilers.
How you doing, man?
God, I've been found out. Oh, geez. What's up, guys?
How's it going, Russia? How you doing?
Hey, I'm good, Niggy. Good to hear you. I hadn't talked to you in a minute.
No, we usually get to hang out, but I haven't got to hang out with old Russia here in a little while.
All right.
So, I just wanted to bring up something that is going to be going on in a couple weeks in my neck of the woods.
Okay.
So at the University of Mississippi, they will be having a lecture on November 13th called Jewish Radicals in New South Cities.
God.
It's ridiculous. Hold on.
You plan on going?
Let me read. I might. I don't know. Hold on, let me see here. John Partial, Jewish Radicals in New South Cities, the Southern District of the Workmen's Circle. And let's see here. John Partial is the director of the history department at the Goldring-Wodenberg Institute of Southern Jewish Life, based in Jackson, Mississippi. His academics include American Jewish Identity and Politics, Yiddish language and culture and Jewish history in the South. And he went to Chapel Hill over there in North Carolina.
Yeah.
But his lecture is going to be about how Jews, since like the early part of the century, have been sticking their noses in Southern stuff.
And you said he's going to be where at? Is he going to be?
He'll be at the Ole Miss University of Mississippi campus. He'll be at one of the lecture halls, Barnard Observatory.
Okay. No, I've seen a lot of that kind of stuff in Southern colleges lately. They're really, really pushing hard down here. It's very disappointing that that stuff is allowed, but it's gotten pretty bad.
And then the school's mascot that this is happening at, just yesterday at the end of their second Gay Pride Month or LGBT History Month. They get 2 months a year, apparently.
Second Gay Pride Month? Is that like second breakfast? What the hell?
I don't know. I've never heard of
that's your first Pride Month, but what about second Pride Month? We haven't had second Pride Month yet. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but the mascot is officially now trans non-binary.
Yes, I've seen that.
Wow.
The mascot used to be a Southern gentleman with a beard and a cane, and then they turned it into a black bear. And now they've turned it into a shark.
A mud shark, right?
It's apparently trans non-binary.
Uh-oh. I think he's been found out.
Maybe. Oh man! So you said we had another caller?
Well, yeah. Just a second. We want to talk about that for a second. He said something about Jewish history in the South.
Yeah.
Right. Doesn't the South have a lot of Jewish history?
Yeah, that was one of the primary features of the South for several years. In fact, we fought a war over it.
Yeah, the Jewish history known as slave owners, right? Plantation owners, weren't they? What's that?
I was going to say, fun fact, Grant kicked all the Jews out of Tennessee because they were swindling the North during the Civil War. Well, they were swindling everybody, but, Grant was like, nah, that we ain't doing that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But the South was full of Jews. Didn't all the other Jews leave right as the South started losing the war? Not just get kicked out, but didn't they leave?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they all noticed where it was going and they all left. I mean,
am I still
right
north? Hey,
he's back. He's back. I see. I see you were found out. So
I was on the shitter. And she was like, "What are you doing?" So I can tell you a little bit about that. So at one point, General Grant, wrote a decree from Holly Springs, Mississippi in '63, expelling all Jews from the area that was occupied by the Army of Tennessee, the U.S. Army of Tennessee. And it was in 1863, and it was because they were interfering with the local commerce. That was part of the decree. No, really, they're interfering in local commerce, and so you're kicking them out of the area. Okay.
Sure. I mean, and good for them, good for them for getting kicked out.
I'm going to head out. I'm going to let y'all do that. I got kids to give baths and stuff. Congratulations, Johnny, on the new little one. That's great.
Thank you, sir. All right. Thanks for calling, man.
Yeah, little girls are a treasure, man. They are the best thing that'll ever happen to you.
Absolutely, they are. All right, man. Thanks for calling in, Russia. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Take it easy, man.
Sure. All right. It was good talking to him. He's called in before to either Jazz and Jesse or Mike and the Mad Wop. But yeah.
Hopefully next time we have a little better connection. His voice impressions are absolutely great. Some of the best I've ever heard.
Oh, that's the voice guy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he did. He did. I've got a thing sitting in a 3-month message from him where he did he had a cold and he did a really cool paranormal.
Yeah, I remember that.
It sounded like if Vincent Price was a baritone. So. All right, let's take another caller here. We got. Oh man, this is a good friend of mine. Back when PewDiePie did the thing where he donated to the ADL and took it back. This guy and I had a little disagreement, but we're still friends. You know, friends can do that. They have yes. A little disagreement, still be friends. So let's get him online.
Hello.
What's up, man? You gonna apologize?
Robert Smith.
No. I'm just kidding. What's happening?
Not a whole lot. Nikki knows me as well. Yeah, I just wanted to start off saying I'm not to be confused with Rob Smith. I guess you can call me Bob. That Rob Smith guy. Well, with something the other caller was saying with the 2 Gay History Months, like why even have one? I mean, every month is Gay History Month. They celebrate sodomites fucking 24/7, 365. So
sure.
Why limit it to 1 month or even 2? They got all 12.
Yeah, well, they do, and there's they do poop, dick, and penis butt, all year long anyway. So why not celebrate it even more? Why not force every corporation to turn rainbow colored every month, not just June. Don't just fuck up my birthday month. Let's do the entire year.
Yeah. But the reason I'm calling is like on a self-improvement thing. I've been getting some work done, some dental work done lately, real cheap, and I think other guys could benefit if people are putting it off. There are dental clinics like state. I mean, they're not the best places to go. I mean, you might have a student watching over it. I don't know if I haven't had one work on me yet, but I got 3 cavities filled today for $75, and these are my front teeth. Last time I went, they mostly fixed up one of my front teeth that has been chipped since like 3rd grade, and I've been putting off doing dental work my whole adult life, and shitty childhood, so I didn't have any dental work done there really. But I think people that are a little insecure about their teeth and stuff, there are options for cheap dental work, and you shouldn't put it off, because the longer you put it off, the worse it's going to get. I mean, just figured I'd call them with that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Teeth are very important. We've talked about this before about, dressing well, taking care of yourself, get a haircut, look nice, whatever. Your teeth are a big part of that. If you have a nasty, jacked up smile, people are going to assume things about you.
Yeah.
You want to, and they're not going to be good things.
Well, my kids, I got them. They're brushing twice a day, and they've done it so long. Like, if we're, frustrated with the 6-year-old and wanting to send him to bed, he'll be like, "No, I can't go to bed. I haven't brushed my teeth yet." That's how much he's done it. He knows that he has to brush his teeth. He does it every day, every morning, every night before bed. And he's actually
for you
news on his front. He's got his first loose tooth, so he should be getting his first adult tooth in soon. So
outstanding, man.
But definitely,
the little guy is going to have the. Are you going to do the tooth fairy? You going to do the tooth fairy?
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I think he'll like it. I really enjoyed that when I was little. So,
did you know it was mom and dad, or did you think it was the tooth fairy forever?
I don't know how. I'm pretty sure I knew, but I don't know how long I don't remember. I don't remember my first tooth coming out, so I don't really remember
gotcha.
the first time or not. But But I think he'll probably think it's real at first.
Well, that's awesome, man. Yeah, man. Doing that kind of stuff is so much fun. I remember when my little guy, he's not so little anymore, but when he was little, um, we did the tooth fairy thing with him for a long time, and we found a friend of mine at work had a stash of $2 bills, and I bought them all off of him, and so we do $2 bills for his teeth. That was kind of cool.
Idea.
So
that's a really good idea.
it's a little different. You can still get them at banks. You can still go in and be like, "Can I have a bunch of $2 bills?" and people look at you weird. But but yeah, they're for my kid. Weirdo. Shut up. But
on the dental hygiene front, I got one of those Sonicares, and I swear to God, I'm never going back to not using a Sonicare ever again. If you can, if you can save up a little money and get one, I highly recommend it. It feels like going to the dentist to get a cleaning.
one of the Sonicare tooth. Is that with the little round head?
Yeah, it's got the little head
Yes,
that you just buzzes and.
Those are the ones we have. Yeah, those are great. Oh my God, those are great. I actually had a lot of dental work done because that's how I got my name, Johnny Monoxide. I don't know if you people heard the story. I had carbon monoxide poisoning in my apartment. Fell down my front steps trying to save my own life. Fell down, busted out my teeth, and for a while I had a snaggle tooth, nasty. It was really bad. And thanks to the good insurance that I happen to have, I got them fixed, and I took good care of them before. But when something like that happens, and I was without a good smile for over a year, you learn a lot of humility. You take it for granted when you have when you have decent teeth, you take it for granted until you don't have decent teeth, and like people look at you funny, like, look at this guy with this fucked up grill. And because I did, it was really like I went to Vegas for a friend's bachelor party. And we were talking to some girls at the bar, and this one chick was like, "This guy's got look at his fucking teeth." Like I heard her say that. I was like, "Wow, they're from an accident, but fuck you anyway." Like, yeah, But
yeah, it's one of those teeth or one of those.
Yeah,
things
definitely take care.
Well, I was going to say it's one of those things where when you meet somebody, you shake your hand, or you smile. It's really one of those things that people judge you by.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, man.
And fixing Absolutely. It. I mean, just huge self-confidence boost as well. Just that's just a huge difference.
Definitely,
especially when it's your front teeth.
So you got yours done today, you said.
Over the past few months, I've been getting a lot of work done.
Okay.
And
awesome.
Really cheap through the state.
That's cool. And you through the state now, you actually. That's really cool, actually. I like that. So you
it's on a sliding scale. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. No, I say you go through. So it's like a I was gonna say. So it's not like welfare, but like through the state. So do you have to be of a certain income or?
Well, they do it for everyone, but it's on a sliding scale. I'm not saying this is me, but some people like say if they're getting paid cash or something, they won't have the state record to say that they made 30 grand, and they might have like 9,000 worth of income to report, or whatever the thing, the line is. But it works on a sliding scale. So if you make this much, you pay some. I think my rate now, I think I got a cleaning for 50. Got 3 teeth done today for 75. I think 2 before was 75. Like each time I go in there, it's like 75 to $100, and it's huge what they're doing. Because I was going to another dentist before this, and it was like each cavity was like $200-$300. So it was like,
yeah, that's not bad at all
compared to 75 for 3. I mean,
right. I mean, if you have dental insurance, some people, they'll still pay like $40-$50 copay for a cleaning. Because a cleaning costs you more than $50. So basically what they're doing is they're charging you what a lot of people pay for a copay. So that's not bad at all, dude. That's really good. Cool. And good on you for getting your teeth fixed, man. That's something some people just never do that. They just walk around with a messed up grill. They don't care. I noticed working in construction, a lot of guys that smoke and dip have really bad teeth, and they don't really care about their teeth. I don't know. I don't think I could do that. Like mine, like I said, mine were broken, so like I had to get mine fixed. But I don't think I could walk around my entire life with like bullet holes in my teeth because I dipped my entire life. Just it's just your teeth are important, man. Good smile is an important thing. I have a buddy who used to do the thing where he'd smile with like half his mouth, and I was like, "What's wrong? Did he have a stroke or something?" But then he told me, when on one day he came back, he came in and he came into where I work, and big smile. I'm like, "Oh shit, Robbie, I'd never seen that before." And I said, "What happened?" He's like, "Oh, I got my teeth fixed finally." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Oh, I had these 2 black spots. They're like cavities, and there was one was in his front tooth. And he'd do the thing where he'd like smile with only half his mouth because of that." You finally got it fixed, and like you said, it's a huge confidence booster. Like when I got my teeth fixed, it was my from the left side of my face. It was the 2 big ones. Okay, so the first one in the middle, and then the 2 next to it. Those 3 in the front were all fucked up, and that's your front teeth, and they were like that for over a year. And I finally got them fixed, and man, I felt so much better, and I got my good smile back. So. Those of you who have seen my doc's pictures, I have a great smile.
Well, all right, guys. That's all I was calling about.
Thanks, bud.
I'd come in with a self-improvement thing or whatever. All right. Thanks for taking my call, guys.
Awesome.
No worries, dude. Talk to you soon. All right. See you.
All right. Bye.
All right, man. That's good. Yes. Take care of your teeth. Get them fixed. We got Okay. So we have some more callers. So.
Awesome.
Yeah. Nikki, have you ever had a lot of dental work done or what?
I've had a couple of root canals. Those were not fun. So, I had 2 in a row done, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm doing the same thing I'm always doing. So I went and got that Sonicare that I was talking about because I was like, I've got to do something to brush better because something's obviously wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And the Sonicare has been great. So.
Yeah, that's great. We got one for little Johnny got one for Christmas a couple years back from his grandmother, and I was like, everybody else had to get one, so now we got them. It's great. Brush your teeth, keep your teeth clean. All right, let's talk to we got no names because we don't have a screener, so we're just gonna shotgun it ourselves here. What's happening, man?
Hello.
Welcome to NRG.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, God. It's Smasher.
Oh hell.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, hell.
2 nights in a row. I should recognize your number by now, dude. So
I know. But yeah, not much. I'm just calling in to I don't know, give some boomer advice maybe.
yeah.
Stay busy. Stay busy. Kids are asleep. Wife feels like shit, so she's taking a bath. I am in the garage making a step stool totally by hand, no power tools, just because I have some scrap wood.
That's cool.
And it's just a way to do something kind of productive.
That's really cool, but I'm also not sure that you're not trying to bance me, like you're building a step stool. So
Oh no! I am. I got a few months ago. I got this like Japanese handsaw, and I haven't done anything with it. So yeah, I was like, screw it. I'll just go build a stool. Why not? It's like a simple, like stools and boxes are the 2 things you start with when you get into like carpentry, and so yeah, just like stay busy or like read a book or build something. Get off your damn phone.
yes.
I know everybody kicked off of Facebook, so I don't know what the hell you're doing on your damn phone.
Well, what happened is we got kicked off of Facebook, so everybody went to 3Men Telegram, and now instead of being in 42 different secret groups on Facebook, I'm in 1,488 different chats on 3 different chat apps now. I think it might have actually gotten worse by getting kicked off Facebook.
Yeah, and especially because now I'm getting added to all sorts of random shit. Guys, calm down a minute.
It's almost as if It's almost as if Barb Spurlock exists on every chat app, and you just get added to random. I mean, don't get me wrong. For you people who know who I'm talking about, every morning you wake up on Facebook and you've been added to like 52 different normie groups that you're just gonna either just leave. Yeah,
and groups that are just random and don't make sense.
He's just in there posting, tedious clips. Like it's like, dude, it's like an anime turtles group or something. I was like, no, there's no. Why are you?
Or it'll be like Golden Fields retirement community anime fan club. And it's like, what? Like, what the fuck? Why does this exist? And two, how did you find it?
Yeah, exactly. But, why did you add me? And B, how the hell did you find these things?
Yeah. Exactly. But anyway, so I'm just calling in to say, do something. Get off your damn phone. Do something productive. Even if it's like building a stepping stool that you will never, ever use, literally ever. Just
until Johnny comes over.
Until Johnny comes over. Just do something productive. Learn something.
The kids can step on the stepping stool to brush their teeth at the sink.
There you go.
Actually, that's a good idea.
That's a really good idea. You know what though, Smasher, you do a lot of that kind of stuff. You're really you're really into the woodworking. I've seen some of your finishing projects that you've done. You did that TV stand. That's a really nice job. The antiquing of the TV stand there. That's something that a lot of people can get into. Besides being on your phone. I've had this discussion with the wife a few times where she's like, "You're always on your phone. You're always on your phone." And when I'm not on my phone, I'm reading or working. But I find that getting off your phone and doing things is actually better for you as a human being. So, get back out.
If you get into it, like I got this China cabinet off of Craigslist for free. It's all cherry. It was probably really expensive, and I got it for free. I just had to rent a U-Haul to go get it. And it doesn't match any of our furniture. Obviously I can refinish it, but like this style just doesn't match our style. But I'm going to refinish it and just put it back on like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. And it'll probably take me a weekend, a couple hours over a couple of days to refinish it, and I'll be able to sell it for probably $200+. So it's like,
that's awesome.
It's a good thing to do. It's better than being on your phone or whatever other kind of dumb stuff, like mind-numbing stuff, playing video games. I love video games, but I try to limit it. I mean, one, I don't have any damn time to play video games as it is, but two, whenever I do have time to play video games, like now, I could be playing whatever. But I decided to do this instead, and it's certainly the better option. I'm not saying never video games, but
I don't.
You gotta find that good balance.
You got to find the good balance. That's what you're saying. Sorry, I'm gonna cut you off.
Yeah.
I have so many projects around the house because like we're moved in, but the house is still only like 85% finished. So today I completely installed. I installed an air switch for my garbage disposal because there's no switch in the wall for the power for that. So the original people that lived here didn't have a garbage disposal. I don't know how people live without those things, but they just throw stuff away. Yeah. But so I installed an air switch, but the only plug is behind the dishwasher, and the air switch has a regular plug. I needed to get one of those 90-degree things, so I had to do a little electric work. I took the air switch apart and rewired it with a new cord that had the 90-degree plug on it, and and then I installed my dishwasher today. I had to check. It's funny. It's a brand new dishwasher. I had to check 3 times to make sure it was running. It's so freaking quiet. I'm super impressed. And then what else did I do today? I took I put together a table. We have our eating area. We have a dining set, and we have like a little kitchenette table that I put together today. So we have kind of an you were in the kitchen, like by where the big pantry area is, this big open space. Yeah. Well, that's now our little eating kitchen area. So I put this table together today. Yeah, I spent about 4 hours doing the dishwasher and, putting the table together and doing the little electrical project with the air switch. It was great. I could have spent those 4 hours on my phone, but I didn't. Could have spent those 4 hours, chatting with, the refugees or something, but I didn't. I go back and read 379,000 messages later, but hey. But and like Smasher's saying, you can find, people throw stuff away. It's perfectly good furniture. People just throw it away. You can find this stuff, take it, sand it, refinish it, and put it on Craigslist, put it out there on the internet, sell it, make yourself a couple of bucks for a little side project, little side hustle. Everybody needs a side hustle, right?
Exactly. It takes, almost no investment, and, the time investment is there, but it's really not that much time. So it's like, you're not really doing any kind of major woodworking if you're just refinishing furniture. So you got to sand it, clean it, and then, it takes hours for your stain to dry. So you stain it, go play on your phone for 8 to 24 hours, depending, and so it's not like it's eating all your free time.
Yeah, absolutely. We got people in the chat talking about the Finders thing. Man, that was last night, bud. You missed the Paranormies. This is not the Paranormies tonight. This is NRG. This is it's still Johnny Monoxide. So this isn't the Paranormies. No, we did the Finders thing. We had Tony and Maria Hoveder on. We talked about the Finders quite a bit. Yeah, I know there's a funeral, tunnels at the McMartin preschools, and we'll get into that on another show. Sorry, bud. We're talking about refinishing furniture now. So,
but okay, we won't take up everybody's time talking about the same stuff I always.
No worries, man. But that was a good point. And it's a fun hobby too. Once you accomplish something, you do something, you build something, you finish something, you fix something, you feel good about yourself. Definitely.
Oh yeah, you feel super good. It's a huge like morale boost to accomplish.
Yeah, I mean we have a friend, Smasher. You and I have a friend. Well, he's a friend of all of ours on the show. But Smasher, you've actually helped him, and I have too, around his house. He wasn't exactly the most handy of guys. He was kind of an office cuck, if you'd say. And right. we're what's that?
Oh, I just said between right. Agree.
Oh yeah, oh definitely. Between you and I, we're turning him into a handyman, a guy who works around his house, takes care of his own thing. His own stuff. I helped him, we changed out some light fixtures. You helped him, do some stuff at his house, to build some things. Now he's doing things on his own now. And it feels great.
You did all those light fixtures and left all the damn outlets and switches to me.
Yeah, I did all. What I do is I do all the eye candy and I leave all the shit work for, no. Don't worry, I'm doing all the switches and receptacles in this house, and they're done in like Romex from like 1970, and it's like made out of industrial strength steel or something. You can't unbend the copper. Oh,
damn, like 14, 16, or like 18 gauge steel.
Yeah, it's like 18 gauge steel, but everything in this house is done in 12 gauge Romex. I know plugs and switches in most houses are done in number 14. I mean, most. 14's easy. Right. 14's easiest. This stuff is all number 12. Like, and you kind of just, normally just 14, just stab it in the back of your receptacle. Boom, you're done. Nope. These are 12s, and it's a lot more work than I thought. But it's fine. It's my house, so why not?
They're a lot fatter. It's a lot fatter. It doesn't fit in the back of the receptacle. It's impossible to freaking bend. Sucks.
Yeah. You got to do the thing with the little loop. You're doing that, and normally when you're doing plugs and receptacles, if you're just going to do one, you do it hot. It's no big deal. But then you realize that you can't unbend the stuff. You're like, yeah, I should probably turn the circuit off.
Yeah, I am famous amongst our friends for never turning off the power, but when I've got nice fat wiring, 12s. Hell, I've even seen 10 in houses, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. Why would you? Yep. Find the panel. Play with the breakers until it's off. Yeah. All right, man. Well, Smasher, bud, thanks for calling in, man. It's good talking to you again.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay white pill. Stay working.
Stay white pill. Stay working. If we keep doing this, does that mean we're going steady?
I think so.
All right. Cool. Don't tell our wives. All right, man. I'll talk to you later, bud. See ya.
I don't talk to my wife anyways. See ya.
I like when he calls in. He always has something great.
Oh, absolutely, man. He's one of my favorite people. One of my best friends too. He's a great guy. Really handy. Guy could do just about anything around a house. Same, it's same as me. And I'm not bragging. It's just that's what happens when you work in the construction industry for so long, doing side work and helping out other people. You're always the guy. Oh, especially when you're an electrician. Everybody's got. My mother has a switch in her bathroom that is weird. You think you can come take a look at it?
I called you, but I had an issue that I thought was just absolutely weird as shit going on. So
absolutely,
for everybody listening, my breaker was off. I'm sitting there undoing a plug. I'm taking off, about to replace a plug, and it just sparks the living shit out of me over here. Nearly got my ass fried. And
with the breaker off.
With the breaker off, had no idea what the hell was going on. But that plug kept frying plugs. I finally had to get like an industrial strength plug, or not plug, but switch.
Yes.
So
that was the garbage disposal switch, right?
Yeah, garbage disposal switch, and it just kept like every week for like 2 or 3 weeks I had to change out that plug, and didn't know why. Still don't know why I had to change it out. But it kept burning out plugs.
As an electrician, I've talked to other electricians about that, and everybody was like, "What the hell?" And sometimes with a motor, you'll gain inductance, and sometimes that will burn out a switch.
What I was thinking was some sort of inductance or something in the coils, but
there's not enough coils in a motor that small.
Yeah.
So it's just really. You had one of those. I don't know if it was on Scooby Doo or if it was on one of those other shows, but the electric ghost.
So is there some sort of electric ghost that I'm not aware of on the Paranormies?
Well, I'm sorry, Nick. What was that?
I said, is there some sort of electric ghost on the Paranormies that I'm not aware of?
Well, there was. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the one from Scooby Doo where it's like an electric shock ghost guy. But yeah, no, on the Paranormies, I don't think we know of any electric ghosts. I have to talk to Brad and the guys and see what they say.
Ball plasma, is that not a ghost?
Ball plasma is not a ghost. That is a paranormal thing, but it's not necessarily a ghost per se. Okay. All right, we have a couple more callers. This is, I believe you know who this is, and you recognize the number. So, what's happening, man?
What's going on, Goyam?
Hey,
hello, sir.
Introduce yourself for everyone, man.
Hey, this is Case. What's going on, you guys?
Not much. You had a little something to tell everybody, didn't you?
I did. So pool party, Georgia, it's happening. It's a thing. If you guys are in Georgia, specifically Eastern Georgia, get with Niggy, and he will direct you towards me, and we can start building a good group of guys out here. Like I said, specifically Eastern Georgia, but Georgia in general, definitely get with Niggy, and we'll get something going out here. I also had something else that was just a little funny tidbit that always makes me smile.
What's that?
Well, a buddy of mine mentioned this today. This is the time of year, specifically like today, where you get to see all the videos of our dark-skinned friends stealing candy from the front of porches. So I always think that's pretty funny to watch.
Yes. I've already been seeing videos.
Oh yeah. And Johnny, I listened to the Missing 411 podcast last night, and I went down a huge rabbit hole and watched both of the documentaries, and I appreciate you introducing me to that. So that was something else.
Awesome. Yeah, careful in them boulder fields, dude.
Oh yeah, man, that's too weird. But that's it, guys. I appreciate you having me on.
Definitely. Thanks for calling in, and for everybody that was listening. If you're in Georgia and you're not in your local pool party, you are wrong. So email Swamp Fox actually at swampfox14@protonmail.com. So once again, that's swampfox14@protonmail.com. And if that's for anybody in the country, email that email, and you'll get in touch with your local pool party people. But especially if you're in Georgia right now.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
Yes. All right, man. Take it easy. Yes. So he's the Georgia pool party leader?
Yes, Georgia pool party leader.
North. Nice. The whole state?
Yes.
That's outstanding, man. That's great. I know you've got yourself a little pool party too. I don't actually have a pool party. I just go to everybody's. That's mine.
You travel.
I like going.
I think you're the only person that travels more than I do.
I travel for work. We're trying to fix it so that doesn't happen anymore. But we're gonna keep it. Try. The family wants to keep me home more. So.
Yeah. Well, that's understandable.
Yeah. But if you're not in your local pool party, you are wrong. There are many around the country. I mean, we even have them in the Dakotas, for crying out loud. I mean, but there are pool parties in the Dakotas. Let's just say that, there's no official affiliation. These are just basically TRS fan club groups.
But it's very worth getting involved in. Like we said, Johnny was about to have a baby and needed to move, so we helped him get his house ready to move into. Just little things like that.
It's happened all over the country, man. I've been to so many of these groups. I've been to pool party gatherings in the DC area, in other Virginia areas, in Indiana, in the suburban Chicago area, in Tennessee, in Florida, in Maine. There wasn't really a pool party in Maine, but there was a couple of guys that were in the Boston area pool party. Those guys, there's so many of them. California. That's actually how I got involved in TRS to begin with, was through the what was originally called the Bay Arean Goys. And that was, oh man, what a pool party that was. That was myself. Nathan D'Amigo was heading it up at the time. And we had a guy out there who used to hang out with us occasionally whenever he was in the area. A little guy you may know by the name of Jazz Hands McFeels. He does a little podcast you may have heard of. I don't know if you've heard of that show.
I don't think I've heard of it, honestly. The name sounds slightly familiar. He does.
His show is Crash the Nation, so I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Yeah,
the James Alsop show.
Yes, the James Alsop show. Absolutely, yes. But no, it was me and D'Amigo, and like I said, Jazz would come through every now and then. There was FEMA camp band leader who has done theme music for the Paranormies a couple years in a row. He's from there. Bunch of guys, really great group, and that's how I got involved in this whole thing, was through them. They got and that was from the original the TRS 50 forum rip. It's the now defunct Get an Avatar Faggot forum.
So we've got pool parties everywhere, and there's more popping up every day. So if we don't have one in your area now, get in contact with us. We'll probably have one soon.
Absolutely. And I've been to them again, Southern California, Austin, Texas, Houston, Texas. Man, where else have I been where I've hung out with these great people? So many great people too, man. I've never met.
What about the names of some of these groups? I love the names these people come up with.
The names, yeah, like I said, like the Bay Arean Goys, the Beach Goys, the DC Super Friends, the DC Pilots. You've got the now defunct Boston Re Party.
That was one of my favorite names.
Yeah. Yes, the Boston Re Party was awesome. What's the one? Tennessee Valley Authoritarians. That's what that one is because TVA, the Tennessee Valley Authority, is the Tennessee Power Company, and the main power company in Tennessee. But the Tennessee Valley Authoritarians, it works perfect. The Florida Gators, you got the Florida Gators. You've got so many. In Texas, Austin guys are above having a name, I believe. They're just the Austin Pool Party. But in Houston, you had was it the Houston Goilers? And now, what is it called now? Is it still the Goilers?
I believe it's still the Goilers. I haven't heard of a name change there. Goilers is
a great name. Yeah, the Houston Oilers, the old football team that that now is the Tennessee Titans.
Wasn't there the San Antonio Spurs?
That's right, the San Antonio Spurs. That's great. No, and again, they're all over the country. There are so many of us. There's a great network of people. I have found that traveling with my job, having to go, work all over the country with what I do, it's expensive to stay in hotels. It's expensive to find, like an extended stay hotel where I can stay and, cook my own meals and stuff to save some money. So I'm not, like eating out every day or whatever, but because of these pool parties, I've been able to, rent a spare room out of somebody's house or somebody's apartment, or actually rent an entire apartment, stay in somebody's basement, borrow a couch for a couple of weeks, like that kind of stuff. It's been great, and I appreciate every single person that I've met. And, we have the best people. I know we say that a lot, but we have the best people.
We really do. And something else that's really good is we've had a lot of people move to the Nashville area, believe it or not, from up north. Just apparently everybody wants to move to Nashville, but they're already in pool parties. So their leader gets a hold of me and says, "Hey, I've got a guy fully vetted that's moving." So he moves here. He's got people here to help him move, help him, do whatever he needs to do, tell him the good areas, the bad areas. He's got a whole community here ready. When he gets to town, he's not a stranger. He's got friends waiting.
Right. And that's what this is all about. Because a lot of times with our political beliefs, our leanings, the things we like to talk about, you can be a man on an island. You can be, the only person around that feels this way, and you can be alone, and it does suck sometimes. So, it's good to know like-minded people. It's good to have, friends. It's really good to have friends. And we have people with families. We have a lot of people with, wives and kids. The wives become friends. The wives, help out, help out some of these single people with, getting them involved with other singles and getting them. We've had a few marriages, through these pool parties. It's pretty great, man.
Babies.
I think it's, oh God, the babies. So many babies. Good Lord. Just around when my kid was born just recently, there was two others. It was like boop, 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 and then like the month before that in September, there was a couple. And then before that, a year ago, Smasher had his twins. And by the way, check out Smasher, Potato Smasher and Coach Finstock on Full House. Yep. Full House is a family show where they talk about family things. Check them out. That's a good show. Good, wholesome show. But then my buddy Sam is on that show. I love Sam, dude. Sam's great. I'm gonna have Sam come on the Paranormies, and we're gonna do some esoteric posting. I love Sam. He's on Full House a lot too. But Smasher had his twins, and right around the same time, there was a boom at that time too. So we have a bunch of 1-year-olds running around now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's great. It's great.
It's awesome.
These evil, racist Nazis are just out there having families, and my wife keeps taking every time I fall asleep with the baby, she takes a picture of me. It's the same picture over and over and over again. It's me holding this little nugget, and like I'm asleep. It's the same picture, just same picture with just me in a different shirt. I'm like, stop taking these pictures. This is so cute. I guess it is. But yeah, dude, we're just horrible people with our babies, and our kids, and man, what a horrible thing to happen. All right. Let's we do have one more caller.
Awesome.
And Let me give out the number one more time. That number is, I put it in the chat, but I don't know if I told it at the beginning. The number is 936-666-1488. 936-666-1488. All right. Yeah. Let's see. Here we go. Hello, Graham.
Oh. Hey, Johnny. It's Cash Customer. How you doing?
What's up, bro? I thought I recognized the number. What's happening, man?
Oh, not too much. I'm just waiting to go do another overnight gig. But I know this is a white pill dispensing show, and I figured I'd pass along a little bit of a thing. Anybody who knows me from forum nobody has the .biz and the 429 and 50 forum. I used to be, gang weed and, my own little, Avi always had, it was like a Keck Boomer with a Foster's. That was my sip. And I'm happy to report that, I've gone completely sober. I mean, to the point of, not even, really doing caffeine on a daily basis.
That's awesome.
And yeah, and I mean, it's not a brag. I haven't done it that long. It's not like I got my year chip or anything like that. But anybody out there that's on the fence about it, it's I slunk doinks on a daily basis. Pretty much smoking like a chimney for 17 years. The only time I took a break was basically when I was out in the middle of nowhere in America, and there was just nobody to go ask, hey man, you got any? And even then I would probably be drinking, and it's, it was a lot easier than I thought, and I feel so much better.
Yeah.
I've quit other substances, in the past that I don't need to talk about here. And no matter what it was it's always bigger in your head than, the actual act of just hey, nah, I'm done. It's literally what they used to describe as it's a habit. Everybody's got a, bad habit, whether it's I don't know, forgetting to zip up when you get out of the bathroom or whatever it is. And, right. And it was actually really surprising. And I mean, we were talking about the Finders, when that was coming out, and I was I had, something that personally just kind of crossed into my territory, and I was a little blown away by it. And I was almost about to go back and I've only been off for a couple of days, but this is bad. I think I'm gonna. Then I was nah, I'm not. I mean, I understand, just like anybody else, looking at the horror, the clown world hellscape that we all, are, witnessing every day. And, having, crossed, the Rubicon of, going sober, it's you still kind of, feel shitty about it. You're oh wow, man! Oh, I gotta take a couple minutes to process this, and but I look back and it's when I was sitting there just blazing 25% weed, and I'm sitting there drinking a 6 to 12 pack a night. I still felt like ass. I was just fucked up when I was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
I don't know. It's definitely a thing. I've never been shy about talking about my degenerate past. I did a lot of bad things. I did all the drugs at one point. Well, not all of them. That's not true. But I smoked a lot of pot back then. And I did. I did the Bolivian marching powder and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, man. Once you stop smoking weed for a while, especially when you're a heavy smoker, you're oh, I can quit anytime I want. And you run out of weed for 2 days. You are the grumpiest fuck. It's
oh,
it's
dude, you scrape your bowl so hard you're getting glass fragments in it. You're smoking resin.
Oh yeah, dude. It's not, and it is a habit. It's just as much a habit as anything else. And getting away from bad habits is what we're all about on here. So good for you, man. That's awesome. And good deal overnight gig.
I'm glad to hear.
Yeah, man.
That. Well, I was going to say real quick. Like anybody that knows me knows that I'm a big time teetotaler. Basically, like I don't smoke, drink, do drugs, anything like that. And I've noticed because I hang around a lot of people that drink, and I've noticed though that people that drink, they'll the next day say they wish they hadn't drank, or they wish that they'll always do something stupid or something like that they regret when they've drank too much. But I've never seen anybody say, "I wish I really got smashed last night," or this past weekend. I never hear anybody regretting not drinking, but I hear people regretting drinking a lot. And I think that there's a case to be made for drinking in moderation. I don't do that. I don't drink at all. But I think that anybody out there that if you've ever said to yourself, I wish I didn't drink so much this last weekend or whatever, it might be worth looking into starting to rein yourself in a bit.
Yeah. Well, we just did Sober October.
Yeah.
And, a group of us did the month of October. I had a kid at the end of the month, so I kind of cheated a little bit, had a little celebratory at the end, but I made it like 29 days or whatever it was. And that's long enough. That's a month. So if you can go a month without drinking and not, you can go longer. You can go a month. You can go 6 weeks. You can go 8 weeks. You can go 3 months. You can go 5 months. It's really not that hard. And you do feel better. You sleep better. You look better. Your attitude is better. Everything about you is better. So
you smell better. I mean, the way I was drinking so much, it was like if I, woke up late and I ran out the, door in the morning without a shower, just threw on a shirt, it'd be like, what is this? Oh my God, that's me.
Yes.
Yep. And that went away in like 2 days.
I remember
McNabb is right. You're not doing good things to your liver.
I remember the Monday morning PT in the Army, and we'd come out there. Everybody's barely standing up because they were drinking probably until like 6 hours before. And we'd go on a 5-mile run, and we'd come back. They knew that most everybody had been drinking their ass off. And they said they don't care how drunk you are when you get there, as long as you finish the run. They don't want you falling out and throwing up or anything like that. You had to finish the run. But by the time we got to the end of that 5-mile run, the whole formation smelled like vodka because they were just sweating out pure alcohol. It was fucking
awesome. Well, yeah, and what I do for a living, I work with a lot of what they call functioning alcoholics, where guys, they get off work and they drink till they pass out, wake up in the morning, come to work, go to work, come home, drink till they pass out, come to work. You know what I mean? And these guys, man, you can just smell it coming through their pores constantly. It's gross. So, good for you, man. That's a really great thing to do. And you will feel better. The longer it goes, the better you feel.
And it's I mean, like I have earned the King Degenerate tag over on NHTB, and I think I earned it the right way, not and I like you were saying, I'm not like I don't know. I mean, like I'm not entirely ashamed of like having just gone through the same Zog ringer that everyone else did, but at some point you got to sit there and go, hey, maybe it's time, even just to prove it to yourself, and I'm not saying I'm never gonna like smoke weed or like drink again, but I just I don't want to get to the point where get back to the point where it's just like, oh man, I need this. I'm spending money I shouldn't be spending on this,
Right.
And if I can do it, anybody can.
Yeah.
Well, right, that goes for you guys on like Kratom and all that stuff too,
Kratom is the same shit. Yeah, it's all bad. Quit doing that shit. All right, man. We got a couple more callers actually in the queue. Thanks for calling in, bud. I will talk to you very soon, as a matter of fact.
All right, man. You have a good night.
All right. Are you too, bud? See you.
Yep.
I like Cash. This good dude.
Yeah.
All right. We got. I know this number by heart. It's my buddy Trad Life.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Eddie?
Niggy, I didn't realize you were a teetotaler, man. That's crazy. Is that because you're a big engineer guy, smart engineer guy? You need your you need all your faculties to take care of all those hard math equations.
I just stopped drinking when I was in my early 20s and just hadn't picked it up since. And I had a lot. There was a lot of pressure in the Army, obviously, because everybody drinks in the Army to forget that they're in the Army. But I struggled through it and made it. I don't know why. I guess I got a really addictive personality, and I knew if I was drinking, I would take it way too far. So I guess that's really the reason why.
Oh,
that's a good. No, that's a very good.
I dropped drinking a couple of times. Once as a senior because I couldn't get I was trying to do the accelerated, get out in 4 years instead of 5 like everybody else. Mm-hmm. So I just stopped drinking and just studied for a year, got done. And then I didn't drink for another 5 years because I was just well, I'll just keep it up since, I'm not really interested. And plus I'm really broke and I can't afford to spend money on alcohol and hang out or whatever. And then picked it up again, dropped it probably another 5 years. And then now I'm drinking again. It's fun, but I have a little bit more spending money and more leisure time, so it's a little bit more. It's a little more practical.
Right.
Well, and you're not doing it to the point where you're it's starting to affect your life or anything. So you're not. I think there's a lot of people that never get beyond that high school mentality of alcohol, where they're just like that.
Yeah,
there's alcohol. I've got to drink all of it because I'm not going to get any more.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was just talking to Little Johnny today about drinking and the difference between drinking in America and drinking in other places in the world, and why Americans. In Europe, they let kids drink. They let what is it, 12, 13 years old, you can go have a pint, pretty much. In France, it used to be France. Now it's Northern Africa, but in France they used to, a lot of houses have wine on tap, they get kegs of wine. That's what they drink constantly. The kids drink wine and stuff. And they're not out there doing the things that the kids do here. I don't think they have. Well, they do now. I think we've ruined every country, but they didn't used to have the party culture like they have in the United States, where people, just, like you said, they just drink like there's not going to be any more alcohol. They have to drink it all, drink, pound and do keg stands, do all this other shit. Drink until your liver explodes when you're 17 years old. Yeah. I think that. I think that's a big thing, is that the party culture here in this country, and the fact that it is illegal until you're 21. I think that has a lot to do with it too. When you make something, I didn't want to smoke weed when I was growing up, but I saw my dad and his buddies would go hide in the garage. What are they doing in there? You know what I mean? So makes it oh, dad's doing it and dad's cool. And it's it's the same sort of thing with the drinking. It's we're not allowed to do it, so I want to try it. He's told me I couldn't. I don't know. Do you think that has something to do with it?
Definitely. It's exactly what it is.
The college culture. The drinking age in the East Coast of Canada is 16, and the French part is always the funnest part. What's probably the funnest part of America is the French part. What was Louisiana, right? Those people, that's fun. I've never been down there, but I've seen. I'm gonna hop in my RV and head down there, check it out. But nice. 16. So, but in Quebec, in Montreal and in Quebec, it's 16. But in Europe and other places is 16. Actually, the age of consent in Germany, I believe, is 14. I don't know if that's because of the Weimar effect that's stayed with them, or if that's always been the case. But that's kind of an interesting factoid too. But yeah, as far as the drinking age to 21, it kind of sort of puts the responsibility on colleges where people go to get trashed. Women used to go to find a husband. Now they're actually trying to be career women and then not have kids because they're barren by the time they get their career going. But it used to be a big party place, and so it's like people are going to get hammered there without any parental guidance. So it doesn't really make sense to be saying, well, let's just wait till they're 21. Or if you're in the military, you still can't drink unless you go to a foreign country. If you're like drinking underage, you can get a lot of trouble in the military. Even though you can die for your country, you can vote and all this stuff, but you can't drink. This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. I knew a lot of people in the Navy that would they'd have what do you call it, like hotel parties on the weekend, and somebody would get in trouble, and then everybody would get in trouble because most of the people there were underage. They were 20, 19, 19, 20 years old drinking underage. That was one of the worst things you can do. Yeah, you can go fight and die for your country, but you can't have a beer.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
Too bad I missed your guys' show yesterday. Do you guys you posted up, or you posted the show?
I was editing it this afternoon because for some reason YouTube wanted to process it for 14 freaking hours. And then I downloaded it and I'm editing it. I have it ready to go. I will be uploading it tonight after this show, so it'll be up on Zetcast. Yeah, it was cool. We had some good guests. Again, we had the Hofers on. We had Horace on. We had Seeker of Truth. We had on Potato Smasher. We had on Roscoe, and of course, me and Brad. So, yeah, man.
Excellent. I told Tony I want to do a podcast with him, and he says, "Yeah, we're just going to talk about salsa, like chips and salsa for 2.5 hours." Hoob as in. I believe it's Hoob as in like the famous Hoob wall or whatever.
Yes, the Hoob zone.
Jesse's buddy Hoob or whatever. He hangs out with us on Twitter, and so I said, Hoob and Tony, you guys, let's do a podcast. And they're like, okay, we're just going to talk about salsa for 2.5 hours. Okay.
Yeah,
I'd listen.
Something about salsa. Right?
I'm fucking starving.
Once a month for a couple hours, just talk about salsa. No, they have some interesting. They talk about some interesting stuff that I think they're just sandbagging. I think they're just being what do you call that? Self-deprecating or whatever. Modest. I think they're just being modest. They post a lot of interesting stuff. I don't think they'd be talking about salsa the whole time.
Who? Hoob? No, Hoob would definitely talk about salsa.
Hoob would talk about salsa, and he is not modest in the least.
Yeah, he's not modest about it. And no, Hoob would probably anti-Borzoi post for a while and then talk about salsa. Yeah. So,
I don't know anything about that, but
he does hate Borzoi. He does hate Borzoi.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. Wow.
It's a shame.
I know Borzoi has mentioned. He's mentioned how he's mentioned how he says he's mentioned how he's gotten he gets eloquence and stuff, and he uses big words, and he goes off on he goes deep into subject matter. It's like crazy, like how kind of stuff that he comes out. I guess he says he's gotten. I think in his own words, or maybe I'm paraphrasing. Maybe he felt like he's gotten full of himself out of his just voluptuous brain and all this kind of activity, and says he's made some. I don't know if we would call them enemies, but maybe made some people mad or something like that. But when he conversed with them, like debating, going back and forth or something.
Yeah, there's people don't like. There's people don't like Borzoi, and Hoob is the leader of the pack. So.
Okay.
I love that. It's a meme, but yeah.
We did a little gossip posting on the show today.
Oh yeah. All right, man. We got a couple more callers. Thanks for Tried Life. Good talking to you.
All right, bye. Yeah. All right, bye.
I like Tried Life when he's good. Yeah, when he's not pro Trump posting. All right, let's we're getting close to the end of the show, so let's get these last callers in.
Yes.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
This is Dogbot.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Oh, hey, man. What's up?
Hey, not much. It's cool to hear you guys on the phone. I guess I came in a little late to the conversation, but you guys were talking about drinking and degeneracy. I had a little bit I wanted to add to that. Sure. You know, most people who I've met who are addicts and alcoholics, they have a God-shaped hole, and they're filling it with the drugs, they're filling it with the alcohol, they're filling it with degeneracy, because that's what the pressures of this industrial society have taught them to do. And a lot of it is certainly there's a cultural context there, whether people in Europe, you know, start giving their kids wine at 10 years old. None of that really matters. What happens here that I've seen in my real life, and I speak from a position where I was on a 27-year-long career of drinking and drugs, and it was really bad. And it took a while to get out of it. And I've been 17 months sober from alcohol, and I can't even tell you how much better my life has become because of it. And there's a lot of people I know and a lot of people I see every day who that just typically that's their solution for the problems that they face, for the industrial pressures that they face.
Yeah.
And you know, they should know that there are other people who have struggled with it too, and that they're not alone in it. You know, and that and I really hate seeing people who are struggling with those things shamed. That's how I've ended up with 12 dead friends from either alcoholism or opioid addiction. You know, they didn't do it. They didn't do it openly. It was a burden. It was a burden that they were afraid to share. You know, and I think if we did a better job of reaching out to our fellows, we'd have less of those instances.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and that's another thing that the pool parties are good for, is you have a support group that you can rely on, because sometimes, especially when you get involved in this thing, you kind of feel disconnected from normies and stuff. Like I can't associate with them really anymore. And it's good having people I can rely on in this thing to help me if I needed some help with anything like that.
I agree. You know, typically on my account on Twitter, I do rail against degeneracy a great deal, because I see it as a curable symptom to a larger problem. Mm-hmm. Because for a lot of it has to do with people's selfishness and self-interest. You know, if they were able to step back from themselves and see what it does to the community at large with their degenerate behavior, you know, and if they found Christ, and you know, I think they would do. I think that even the filthiest degenerate, if they found Christ and turned away from their degenerate behavior, is a redeemable soul.
So,
and go ahead.
I was going to ask, how did you go about quitting? Did you do the steps?
I'm currently working the steps, but part of the traditions in AA is to not discuss AA on press, radio, and films. So okay. I was just trying to stay away from. I was trying to honor the traditions there.
Okay, I was just curious.
You know,
I didn't know that, but I think that I've never done AA or anything like that. I was going to say that I think AA. I've met a lot of people that have done AA, and it's been really good for them. And if anybody listening has feels that it's a problem for them, that they can't drink in moderation because it's so much of a problem for them, they need to definitely look into something like that.
Yeah, you know, the meetings are open to people that admit that they have an issue, mm-hmm. and the way public the way media has portrayed that organization over a long period of time is like it's a dank and dreary place, you know, like in some gymnasium somewhere with broken chairs where people are putting down cigarettes and everything and screaming at each other. And it's not like that at all. And, you know, if anybody does have a problem, they should just go into a meeting and hear what solutions people have that are also dealing with the same shit, because their problems aren't unique and original. They may be their problems, their personal problems, but they'll be surprised how many stories they hear where they're like, holy shit, that's what I'm going through.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're
totally right there.
You know, I think part of the allure of degeneracy is that it also has to do with we try to say in this country, we try to overvalue individualism over the community, and I think a lot of allure of degenerate behavior is you're just being yourself, you're exploring yourself, you're experimenting with this and that and the other, and you're just being the real you. I think a lot of people would find out if they step back from their degenerate behavior and took a good look at it, that they're not being unique and original at all, and they're just falling into the same traps that have been set for them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's absolutely that. It's absolutely that. Like, the individualist thing. Well, that's got a lot to do with our friends that our friends that run like Hollywood and the music industry and all this other stuff. Being the individual, the individualism. Yeah, I think that they've been taking community away from us more and more over. I mean, they broke up the nuclear family. Everybody's a single mom now. They break everybody down to an individual cell. That way it's easier to control somebody when they have no sort of community. It's a lot easier to control somebody when they have no support system.
I think the more that community gets broken down, and the more as you're saying, the easier it is for conformity to come in. The more community gets broken down, the less chance and the less opportunity someone has to actually be an outstanding individual in that community.
Yeah,
and
100%.
They just they blend away with whatever fake trend or consumerist whim that they whip up at the last second. Anyway,
yeah, no,
heavy stuff for the end of the week.
Right on, man.
It's been one hell of a week, man.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, happy Halloween too, by the way, bud.
Oh yeah, well, I wasn't even home for it. I don't even. Dude, kids don't. The lower middle class neighborhood where I live in, the kids don't really come door to door in this neighborhood. Their parents are driving them a few neighborhoods down and getting their candy.
Yeah. Driving. The parents. Yeah.
Yeah, the two-story box homes where the yard is barely big enough for a small dog to take a shit in.
Yep. I know those homes. I know those.
Those things look hideous.
Well, right on, man.
I don't know if any of y'all follow the account Wrath of Non, but I'd really like to. I really wonder what he would think walking through one of those neighborhoods.
Wrath of Non. That sounds so familiar. I know I have to follow him. That sounds so familiar.
He's probably one of the best accounts when it comes to architecture and the way a physical community should be structured. He's really good at that stuff.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to look him up, and if I don't follow him, I'm going to.
And if I could, can I just give a shout out to my Pine Bros?
Absolutely, dude.
Hey, Pine Bros and Borzoi. Hey, y'all need to stop it with the Borzoi bashing. That guy puts in hard work.
Oh,
whoever you guys are out there bashing the Borzoi.
That's right. Don't bash the Borzoi. He's got enough problems as it is doing math because he's Asian.
Yeah.
So. Yes. I miss the Pine Bros chat.
That guy does research like a beast. He
really does, man. And I'm gonna give him a little plug here. Check out his website, Raceborz, RACEBORZ.com. Check out you talk about research. He's got some deep stuff on there. Yeah. Love my buddy Borzoi. I bash him out of love, and I'm sure Hoob does the same. So or maybe he really doesn't. Who knows? Now, everybody, Mitch Hoob is a character for sure. But anyways, all right, man. Well, thank you for calling. I'll talk to you soon.
Have a good one. God bless.
All right, man. All right, you too, man. See you.
Bye.
All right, I got one more. We're gonna make it quick, and then we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna wrap this up real quick. We got one more caller. I believe this guy. We got a little thing. Is this Golden Boy?
Hey, hello.
Hey.
What's up?
Hello. I'm on the air. I finally made it out of the oven.
Yes.
Yes.
So I
I
just
gotta make it quick.
Go ahead. Okay, I'll make it quick. I just wanted to give a shout out to my buddy Jay. You know who you are. He recently had his job end, and instead of getting all pissy and going home and getting drunk and being all sad, he went out, started hustling, picking up clients from his former employer, and is now, doing steady on that and is looking to hire our guys. So, just a huge white pill, and to show people like you can do it. You can hold to your beliefs. You can have a job. You can start a business. You know what I mean? So all my guys out there, you guys stay up.
All right. Yes.
That's awesome. I love hearing that. I especially like that he's stealing their clients too. I love that.
Oh yeah, he's stealing them shamelessly, and then I'm gonna shamelessly sell my white pills as well. So I work in a major industry. I'm not gonna dox myself, but it lends me a particular set of skills dealing with chemicals and water and other sorts of things. And I've actually started a business with the goal of hiring 2 of our own to do water well quality testing and take business away from major companies that have nobody's interest in their at heart.
Outstanding, man. Do that. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That is great.
Congratulations. Thank you. I just wanted to brag on my bro.
Awesome. That's great.
Proud of your boy. It's actually fitting at this point.
Yeah, dude, it's amazing. He's a shockingly normal dude, like seemingly everybody. But wife, two little boys that adore him, freaking hardworking guy, and I feel like he doesn't give himself enough credit. So I just felt like, I'm gonna call in and let Johnny handle that.
Right on, man. There you go. That's some props. Oh yeah, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, man.
All right. Hey, you got anything else before you take off?
No, I just wanted to let you know. You guys enjoy your evening, but I wanted to let you know I'm a huge fan of the show. I'm a huge fan of the Paranormies. I tell everybody that will listen about it. Keep doing what you guys do.
Right on, man. Thanks for calling, man. You have a good night.
Hey, thank you for... Yeah, man. Thanks for hearing me.
Good night, man.
All right. Stealing those clients. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, what a way to end the show. That was great, man. Dogbot's one of my on Twitter. Dogbot's going to be a guest on Paranormies coming up pretty soon. We're going to do some ancient architecture, Aryan, alien type stuff. It'll be fun. And then Golden Boy, man, that was great. So yeah, I think this turned out to be a really great show. I like this. We have to do this call-in format more often.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really glad we actually had some. This is our first time doing this, and I was kind of worried we wouldn't have any calls, but we had calls all the way through the end, so that's great.
Yeah, it was great. Thanks for listening, everybody on the YouTube. Johnny, me. I will I will download this in the morning and upload it to the Zencast and to TRS, and it'll be up for your podcast listening pleasure. And George, Anthony, and I are going to take off and enjoy the rest of our weekend. You guys have a good one. Take it easy. See ya.
See you next November.
Next November, next month.
Next December. That's what I mean.
Yeah, December.
It's
right.
November 1st, ain't it? I forgot.
That's right. See ya.
See ya.